If you've been editing in Premiere Pro and you are skipping Effect Control Panel, you are missing out in 50% of what makes your edit look smooth and professional. So in this video, I'll show you how to use the Effect Control Panel to animate, scale, rotate, fade, and do more, all with precision. So let's dive in. Let me show you guys. So the Effect Control Panel is where you adjust properties of any selected clip. If you want to move, resize, fade, or animate something, this is where it all happens. In case you don't see this, your effect control, you can access it by going to your window. Once you go to your window, make sure that effect controls is clicked or is checked. Yes, make sure that it's checked. Now you've made sure that your effect control is checked. The next thing to do, you need to click on your clip in your timeline. Click on this clip. So let's just imagine that your clip wasn't clicked on. Once you just click on your clip, boom, the effect controls appear. So when you select a video clip, you will notice something. You will see a default option like motion, opacity, time mapping, and any effect you've added probably. So let's break a few of those down. Alright, so your position is to move the clip up, down, left, or right. Just look at now. Let me move it right. Let me move it left. You can also resize it with your scale. Okay, let me reduce the size. All right, let me take it up. All right, so you can rotate it. You can go clockwise, you can go anti-clockwise, whatever way you want to animate it, whatever way you want to rotate it, I mean. You can use your anchor point. I don't really touch this though, okay, I think with time I'll teach you what this is for, but it's not really relevant. The anchor point, the flicker, just many of the times if you're using it, leave it on the default, leave it on the default and do your thing. Use your opacity for the fade in and fade out. You can also use your keyframe. Let me teach you how to use your keyframe to fade in and fade out. So let's transition this. Let's do it in now that this video wants to transition in with the fade in and should we touch fade out? We'll touch fade out. The fade in and fade out effect. Alright, this is what you do. You select that particular clip. Make sure that clip is selected. If you select this, you're working on this particular clip. If you select this, you're working on this clip. If you select no clip at all, you're not working on anything. So you select a particular clip, then you take your playhead to the beginning of the video, to the start of the video, then you look for your opacity. Let's take it to the beginning and to the start of the video. So the start of the video, you want to fade in. Click on this stopwatch icon here for the opacity. We're working on opacity, not on any other one. So you select the icon, you mark your first keyframe, you move it again in time, then you select your second keyframe, you click on it again to select your second keyframe. So let's say the first keyframe should be, let's put it on probably 50 or 40. Let's set it to 40, and then let's play it. See the way it opened. See the way it came in. If you watched my previous video, you could have seen when I use keyframes, and the next thing to do is just to highlight your keyframes, the two keyframes. You right click, then you ease in. Let's play it again. You ease in. You can take the first keyframe to 0. Let's take it to 0. Let's see how it is. Alright, not that bad. So this is it. You can do the same thing if you want to fade out. So to fade out, you take it to the end of the clip. You mark your first keyframe. To the end of the clip. Make sure it's at the end of the clip. You mark your first keyframe. You move it back again in time. The second keyframe, then alright, leave the first one at 100, the first keyframe at 100, then it's fading out on 0. Yeah, and the second, this is the this is the first keyframe, this particular one. Now there are two, so this first one you leave it on 100, then the second one you fade. Yep, this is how you fade. Take it, so let's check it out. Play. Exactly. Let's play it again. I just taught you how to use keyframes, so you can try these keyframe methods in the other properties of the effect controls. So you can try it with the position, you can try it with the motion, you can try it with any of them you feel like trying any of them on. So position, opacity, rotation, you can try it with the rotation, so you can use the keyframe on it. So moving forward, when you add an effect from the effect panel like Gaussian blow or color balance, it shows here. Whatever effect you add in your clip, it shows here. From here you can like adjust the intensity, animate it with keyframes, toggle the effect on or off, reset the values, or delete it. Okay, eventually you want to add an effect. I just changed my workspace now, so if you want to learn how to change this workspace, is in my previous video. You can learn that, or you can check my video. I don't know whether it's the previous one or the one after. You can check, it should be the previous one. So you can check the video. I just changed my workspace. If you want to add an effect here, you go to your effects, then let's add Gaussian blow. Add your Gaussian blow. Let's say you want to add your Gaussian blow. You drag your Gaussian blow to your clip. You drop it in your clip. Then if you come here, whatever effect you add here, what I'm trying to show you is that whatever effect you add here, it should reflect in this your effects panel. You can delete it just in case you don't want to use the effect again. You can delete it. Press Ctrl Z, it comes back again. So whatever effect, if it doesn't show here, just know you didn't add it to that video. So you can blow, you can increase the blow, you can reduce the blow, you can use your keyframe like I told you to blow in or blow out, whatever way you want to use it to do. So there's another tip I can give you. Yeah, whatever effect you do here, let me say you increase the blow here, you can also copy and paste the effect if you don't. So you can copy and paste in this next clip. You can copy and paste in this next clip. Whatever effect you put in the first one, yeah, it can be copied. You copy it from here, you put it in your second clip. If there are like 10 clips, even if there are a million clips, you select everything and you Ctrl V. So it's easy. Let's Ctrl Z everything. Like I said, a quick tip is that you can copy whatever effect you put in your first clip or whatever clip to the rest of the clips you want to put. Probably you've edited like a million clips or a dozen clips and you feel like adding it to the rest of the clip or to a particular clip. What you just do is select that effect you feel, probably Gaussian blow or anyone. You copy, then you go to the next clip or whatever clip. If there are like 10,000 clips, you highlight the whole 10,000 clips. Then you come here. Have we copied? I don't think we've copied. To copy, you right click on this Gaussian blow. Either you press Ctrl C or you copy. This is how you copy. Right click, then you see copy, then you come here, then you come to this effect panel then you press paste. You can see that this other Gaussian blow is here. So that's it. Whatever effect you do, you can copy and you paste on the rest of the clips or on a particular clip you want to do it in. So a tip I will give you for this effect control panel is whatever effect you put here, you can try to collapse each of them. Let it not look bombarded or let it not look confusing to you. Just look at the way I collapse it. Now if you want to work with just the position, scale, rotation, you can just expand it and you work on it. If you want to work on whatever effect, probably the Gaussian blow, you expand it and you work on just on the Gaussian blow. Yes, so if you want to work on the opacity, you expand and you work on just the opacity. And whatever effect you add, you can use the FS toggle to preview the before and after of what you've done. Okay, let's say you added a blow and this is it. Then you can turn it off and turn it on to show you before and after of what it looks like. So that's it. So there's no shortcut for effect controls. Yes, it's just there. You locate it. If it's not there, if it's not checked, like I told you, you bring it back in. Then there's no shortcut key to press to bring it. There's no shortcut key. Then probably in the next future they might bring it out. But for now, Adobe didn't bring any shortcut key for effect control. Then you can go to your workspace to reset your workspace if you don't like it. Yeah, so your control effect is simply where you make the whole magic, where you control your clip. When you have full control on your clip, is either you control it or it controls you. Yeah, so that's it. So it's a place you make it look cinematic, it's a place you make it dramatic, whatever touch you want to give it. That is the control room. So guys, if this helped, subscribe for more editing tips coming your way. And if you have any question or if you're in doubt of anything, you can comment and I'll definitely reply you and solve your problem. Yes, that's what I'm here for. So see you guys in the next video and bye for now.